ist finster dick und kalt, a kranker Schneider sitzt und näht. Der Schneider näht, die Nadel geht, der Mäuer dreht, sie ist gereist die Nacht, nicht kein Breit, nicht eine Stub, kein Breit. Das von dem Geld verzockt, vertracht, die Nadel rudert Tag und Nacht, von Zeit zu Zeit a Puster hust, halt ob die Hand, reißt du die Brust. Der Schneider näht, die Nadel geht, der Mäuer dreht, sie gereiht die Nacht, nicht da, kein Breit, nicht da, in der Stube, kein Breit. Was tust du, Schneider, auf der Welt? Ich leb in scheuderliche Kält, nehmt an das Herz verflucht neut, oi, das heißt Leben, was heißt Teut. Der Schneider näht, die Nadel geht, der Mäuer dreht, sie gereist die Nacht, nicht da kein Breit, nicht da in Stub keine Breit.
Okay, so now I will share the PowerPoint that didn't have the music. Okay. So. Okay, Janet, can you start reading, please?
Shlomo Zandel
so-
Rappaport, 1863 to 1920, is known today for his pseudonym, what is the SH? Ansky.
It's Shinansky.
Shinansky, danke. He was a journalist and writer in Russian and Yiddish, an ethnographer and a revolutionary activist in Tsarist Russia. His ethnographic expedition in Volhynia and Podolia in the summers of 1912 to 1914 was groundbreaking. They collected 2,000 photographs, 1,800 folk tales, 1,500 folk songs, 1,000 melodies, 100 historical documents, and 500 manuscripts. They also purchased 700 sacred objects and recorded 500 wax cylinders of folk music. During World War I, he volunteered with the Jewish Committee for the Relief of War Victims. Ansky's play Der Dybbuk was turned into a Yiddish film in 1937. He was active in democratic and labor movements, including the Socialist Revolutionary Party and the Bund. He wrote Die Schwur, the oath, which became the anthem of the Bund. The Arbeiterring Workmen's Circle included his song Der Kranke Schneider, the sick tailor, in its anthology, Pearls of Yiddish Song. You want me to read
Yes,
weiter?
yes. Yeah.
Okay. The song is performed here by Emil Gorovets, born Rachmil Yankelevich in 1923. He was trained as a soloist in the Moscow State Jewish Theater and had a successful career in the Soviet Union singing in Yiddish and Russian until the 1970s, when his Yiddish performances were officially discouraged. He emigrated to Israel, but his career floundered and he moved to the United States at the invitation of the Arbeiterring. In 1989, he returned to Moscow and his songs were broadcast on national radio.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Rafael.
Just a few things. Shin Ansky, I've seen in two different places him, either Sholem Ansky or Shaol Ansky. Those are just a mistake. It's Shin. It was never an abbreviation for anything in particular. If you look at the new Machzor, the folks who put out the conservative Machzor Lev Shalem, they call him Shaol or Sholem. I can't remember what. They just made a mistake there. Arbeiterring is no longer the workman's circle, it's now the workers' circle in this modern age. And lastly, and interestingly, I've gotten a clean copy of that film, Der Dibuk, and I'm putting in subtitles in Yiddish so that if you can't understand what someone is saying, you can read it. It's in Yiddish. And it'll take a while before I'm finished. But anyway, it's a work in progress. Eventually, that'll be available.
Okay, wonderful. So, Rafael, when it is available, you will either let us know or send it to Michael Moore. And
Yeah, well, yes, somehow. I'm not quite sure about copyright and such. But yes, when it's available, I'll certainly let people know.
Bravo.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's start reading it. Isabel, you are with us today, yes?
I'm trying to get you back. I lost it. Okay, here it is. I'm going to say one thing that Lazar Wine, an opera based upon the Dybbuk and the Golem.
Okay, start reading, please.
Shtuv, I'm not quite sure what Shtuv is.
The Stub, that's Zimmer, the room, or the house.
The house.
The Rouse?
The house.
The house. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Stub is klein. Die Stub is alt. In jeden Winkel Mist und Koit. Es ist finster Tick
Yes.
und kalt. Ein kranker Schneider sitzt und nicht.
Night.
Okay. I can do some of this. Okay, the room is small, the room is old. In the Jews' corner.
No. In every.
Oh,
Every.
In every corner. I can't do this. Mistunkeit.
Mistunkeit. It's dirt and dirt, or dirt and mud.
Okay. It is dark all around.
No, umetik is sad.
Is what?
Sad.
Sad. Okay. It's dark, sad, and cold. A sick tailor sits and sews.
That's very good.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Henrietta, can you read this? Henrietta.
Oh, die Schneider nennt die Nudelgate. Der muss
Moyer.
draait. The circle turns.
No, the brain.
Head, the
Measure,
brain.
measure.
Tis Grace die night.
Okay.
Niet door kein bruid. Niet door kein bruid.
Yeah.
The tailor is sewing.
Mhm.
The wheel turns.
No, the noodle is
needle.
the
And not
needle.
as the wheel.
The
No, the
needle.
needle.
Oh, the
Needle.
needle. The needle
Sorry.
goes. Oh, the moose
But
turns.
doesn't
Okay.
a must mean a measure?
No, Moyer
The
is
wheel.
Moyach
The
is
wheel.
brain.
Moyer
The
is
brain.
brain.
Okay, so it,
And-
all right.
I think it-
Okay. So the brain
The
drives
needle
it.
turns.
Mhm.
Says
It is groß the noise.
it's great.
No,
The nuant is close.
no. The noise is groß. Noise is the
Need.
need. is
Need.
big.
The need
is
great. Oh,
Need
the
is big.
need is great. There is no bread. It's
Mhm.
not here. There is no bread.
Okay. Anyone wants to comment? Thank you. Thank you, Henrietta. Anyone wants to comment?
Just tell me again
Yeah,
what
Barbara.
must means.
What means what?
That word, what must, is that
Moyer.
must?
Moyer,
Moyer.
brain.
Oh, Moyer. Oh, I'm sorry.
Brain. Barbara, yes. You're muted.
That's a new word to me, the must for brain.
No,
Moyer.
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 Like
Okay, Moyer,
koyach. It
great.
rhymes with koyach. Moyer.
Okay.
So
Ba-
does that expression mean confusion?
the Moyer
Moyer, great,
brain.
meaning there's
No,
confusion?
it's like the
No.
wheels are turning. in his
Turns around.
No,
Okay,
the wheels are
well-
turning in his head. There's no derogatory or pejorative meaning there.
Correct, Rochelle.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I think it means my brain is spinning because
Yes.
I'm so hungry. You know, it's like almost like being faint. I'm dizzy
Right.
with hunger.
What is
Okay.
refrain?
I think it's
Refrain.
worrying more than anything.
Huh?
I think the term demoyach draait. I think it's worrying. His worries are weighing on him. There's no bread, there's no food, I'm sick, and it's just like, when you have worries that just won't let you go. I think that's what that refers to.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you.
Boiled, is that what, do you agree? What is refrain?
refrain זה בית חוזר.
You want me to read the next one?
Just a moment. Bonnie, what did you say?
Oh, I just wondered if, since there's been so many different versions of opinions, I was just wondering what Rafael thinks of that.
Der Moyach dreht, the mind is spinning.
Yeah.
You can interpret that however you want. The mind is spinning.
Got it.
Thank you. Okay. Vinkl, can you continue?
Das Purmangale.
No, not Henrietta. Vinkl.
No, that's
Oh,
okay.
sorry.
I kind of have a cold and my voice
Go,
is
Vinkl.
weak.
Okay. So no problem. Alvin, can you go on?
Ja. Das Purnamgale vertracht die Nodel rudert Tag und Nacht. The face is pale.
Yellow.
No, it's yellow.
Oh, yellow. Face is yellow. Verzogt.
Word.
I don't know what verzogt means.
Drawn.
Is drawn.
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 Vertracht. Was meint vertracht?
Vertracht is
Thinking
a lot.
Lost in thought.
Lost in
Yes.
thought. That's a good one.
Yes.
The needle spins day and night. Von Zeit zu Zeit, a puss, a puster, from time to time, some kind of cough. I don't know what that means. Puster.
It's a hollow cough, a cough that doesn't bring up anything.
How läuft die Hand reißt auf die Brust. He holds up his hand and something with his chest. I don't know what that means.
It tears his chest.
It tears up.
I think it's halt auf the end. It
stops.
I think it impedes the hand that is when he's sewing, and it it tears his chest when
I
he's
think
coughing.
the cough tears his chest.
Yes.
Yeah. If anyone thinks otherwise,
I think the cough tears his chest. There's a comma after Han.
Yeah. Rafael, please.
Yeah, verzagt in the first line is something like very worried or despondent. And why ruderen? Ruderen is to make a noise, to rumble. I think it's a sewing machine. He's not hand sewing, he's machine sewing. And so his sewing machine, the needle is rumbling all day.
Right.
Verzagt, it's despondent. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. Alvin, can you also read this one?
Der Schneider näht, the nodal gate, the tailor sews, the needle goes. Der Mut dreht. The brain spins. This is the grace, the night. What's meant night?
Need.
The need is great. The need.
Yeah.
The need is great. Nito came bright. There's just no bread. Nito nishto came, but there's just no bread.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Alvin. Rafael, yes.
Yeah, if you want to make this rhyme, you have to do it in the northern accent, which Ansky, of course, didn't have, but oh well. It's Nate, Gate, Dreit, Kreuz die Nate, nicht doch kein Breit. Then you can make it rhyme.
But you can do it. It's Kreuz die Neut, nicht du kein Brot.
Yeah, those two will rhyme anyhow.
Those two will, yeah. The others, no. Because it will be night, guide, drive. No, it won't work, no. Okay, yes, Bonnie.
So it says Nishta kein Brot. Does it mean because he's sick, he's not producing enough on his sewing machine?
Yeah, he has no work.
Maybe, or he doesn't have enough work.
Well, that's what I meant. He doesn't have enough because he's sick and he's not able to produce to his normal capacity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's continue. Rochelle, before you go away.
Okay. In Stub is Umertek und Post von Weig
Wieg
von Wieg a Zipz von Bett ach Hust. In the room, it's sad, and I don't know what Pust is. Pust?
I think it's empty.
Oh, okay. And
I think.
Post. Yes, yeah. Post.
Von Wieg at Soft from the cradle.
Zift.
Big is cradle.
Big is a cradle.
Yeah, from the cradle at Sift, a sigh.
A sigh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Von Bett a hus, and from the bed a cough. Yeah. A kleiner Lempel brennt. sich schwach. A small lamp is burning weakly. A drobner Regen klopft in Dach. A light rain is falling, or you're hearing it on the
Is
roof.
beating on the
Okay.
roof.
Yeah, it's beating on the, yeah, okay, so stay because you will continue, but I see that Bonnie raised her hand.
Yeah, is there a difference in umatik and treulich for sad? I mean, is there a nuance between the two of them?
I don't think so. Rafael, what do you think? I think both of them are for sad.
Yeah.
Rafael, what do you think?
Yeah, it's hard to put your finger on it. There's all sorts of words for sadness. So I can't give you at this point any connotation that differs there.
But Troiric is clearly teary. Troiric is specific. It's tears.
And umatik can also be lonely.
Yes.
It can be lonely, but Troiric is tears are falling.
Oh, we're not talking about treulich, we're talking about umatik.
Yeah, but she asked about the difference. Bonnie asked about the difference. So Vinkl, yes?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the word and I'm thinking maybe it means more like unhappy, like is a negative and mut is cheerful, so not cheerful, sick. Would that
not
be
cheerful is also sad. So it's
I know, but just looking at the difference between the derivation of the words, so the etymology. It's the absence of cheer, and Troiric is the presence of sadness, maybe.
Yeah.
Which are the same.
Well,
basically it's the same.
But in English, would we say unhappy versus sad? I mean, sad is deeper than just not being happy. I think what
I'm not sure that it's deeper.
Goldstein wrote in the chat takes in what the poem means, song.
But I think we're splitting hairs there. We are just splitting hair, between.
Yeah, it's a social condition. He's working and yet he has nothing to eat. He lives alone, he's depressed.
The word puss.
Okay, go on.
He doesn't live alone. There's a baby sighing in a cradle and somebody coughing in the bed, so he's not alone.
That's probably his wife, yeah.
Yes.
So, Rachel, will you continue, please?
Der Schneider näht die Nadel geht. The tailor is sewing and the needle is moving. Der Moyer dreht, and his head is spinning. Sis groist die night, the need is great. Nit door, kein bread, there isn't any bread. Nit door, not any. Nit door, kein bread, there isn't any bread.
Okay. Will you continue?
Yes. Was tust du, Schneider, auf der Welt? What are you doing in this world, Taylor? Ich leb, I live. A scheidliche Kälte, a shivering cold.
Yeah.
Nehmt on beim Herz, verfluchte Neut, as das heißt Leben, was is teut. That's a pretty heavy sentence.
So depressing.
It grabs his heart. Verflucht. His heart heavy heavy with or braided with or
Verflochte is cursed.
Oh, okay. Cursed with need. If this is living, then what is death?
Exactly. Yeah. And that's again. So
yeah, and this is the refrain. The Schneider, okay.
Yeah. And it's the refrain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the refrain. So I will stop sharing. And Marie, if you can.
No, keep sharing.
Keep sharing?
Yeah, go to the first page. We're going to try an experiment. Let's see if this works. Okay. Go to the first page of the words.
The first page.
Okay, now let's see if you can hear this.
Okay, that's it. Okay.
Can you hear it?
No.
No.
No, it's not working.
No. Okay. So then stop the share and I'll play it.
Sorry for the technical problems this week.
Well, that doesn't
There
work.
was a problem with the PowerPoint, so.
Yeah. Okay. You can hear that.
That's good.
Yes.
Very faintly. No, it's okay.
Die Stub ist klein, die Stub ist alt. In jedem Winkel Mist und Kalt. Es ist finster dick und kalt. A kranker Schneider sitzt und näht. Der Schneider näht, die Nadel geht, der Mäuer dreht, sich gereiht die Neid, nicht kein Breit, nicht eine Stub, kein Breit. Das von dem Geld verzockt, vertracht, die Nadel rudert Tag und Nacht, von Zeit zu Zeit a Puster hust, halt ob die Hand reißt auf die Brust. Der Schneider näht, die Nadel geht, der Mäuer dreht, sich gereiht die Neid, nicht da, kein Breit, nicht da, in der Stube, kein Breit. Was tust du, Schneider, auf der Welt? Ich leb in scheuderliche Kält, nehmt an das Herz verflucht neut, oi, das heißt Leben, was heißt Teut. Der Schneider näht, die Nadel geht, der Mäuer dreht, sich gereißt die Neid, nicht da kein Breit, nicht da in Stub keine
Breit. Yeah, Rochelle?
Yeah, it's
I
just
would like to say something.
the whole picture is of this whole family is sick and poor and cold. And even though the tailor is also sick, he's still sitting at that sewing machine because he feels that he has got to do something to get a piece of bread.
Yeah.
I have something to remark.
Yes.
This is a very sad song, but it's very true. But I want to tell you that I have a lot of trouble hearing on the computer when I go onto Zoom. But when I put this on my iPad, I can control the volume. And I turned the volume up on this song and I heard every word that he was singing.
You could turn the volume
on
up
my
on your
iPad.
computer. Yeah, but I can turn the volume up on my computer.
Yes, but each voice I have to change the volume.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because some people speak more softly and some people speak more strongly. And when I do it on my iPad, the volume is the same. So I'm just making a comment.
That's
Is your
wonderful.
computer an Apple?
I beg your pardon.
Is your computer an Apple?
An iPad is an Apple, Michelle.
I know, but is the computer an Apple?
No, it's computer.
Let's go on with the reading.
Okay.
I know there's a setting when you're listening to music that it will maintain a volume and change it for each song.
Mhm. Well, differences in technology is, I think you're saying.
On that same subject, my daughter put these things in my ear because they're having a meeting there. And it's amazing that I can hear through these, whatever they call them, the pods, AirPods.
The pods, the pods.
What are they going to think of next?
What?
Implants in your brain, Steve.
I've never done this.
Implants in your brain, Steve.
There you are. Exactly.
This is wonderful.
I already
don't
have
even
one.
feel it.
I already have one. It's called my mother.
I was waiting for that.
Let's go to the stories. And this time it's about the Baal Shem Tov. The story is about the Baal Shem Tov. And I sent you a link to read a little bit about his, biography.
Very interesting.
Yeah, which was very, and it's not everything about the Baal Shem Tov. There are lots and lots of stories about him. So let's start and do at least 2 stories.
Which one? About the Mises when the Baal Shem Tov mit Gazlanim?
I would like to do first the Idgalut Baal Shem Tov, how it was came to be known to people, and then the Gazlonim. So let me make it a bit. That's okay?
Yeah.
No,
it's fine.
You maybe it's fine. It's not fine for me.
That's just good.
Okay. Das ist, was ich kann machen. Okay. Michael Fiesman, please. If you can start reading.
Hitgalut Baal Shem Tov Zichrono Livracha. The exposure of the Baal Shem Tov.
Recording in progress.
May his memory be blessed. Wie der Baal Shem Tov heilt Kranke, how the Baal Shem Tov heals the sick. Der Heiliger Best, eider ist nicht Galle geworden. The holy Baal Shem Tov, before he revealed himself, fleckte sich aufhalten. He used to maintain himself. Wie wir haben erzählt, as we have already told you, in Wälder und in Mares, in fields and in caves, wo fleckt sich mit Bodeit sein in denen Hashem Yitbarach, where he used to religiously engross himself in serving God. Und kein Mensch hat ihm nicht gestört, and no one disturbed him. Zwischen die Städte Kasub und Kutub, between the towns of Kasub and Kutub, befinden sich große Berge. There are big mountains. Und zwischen zwei solcher hohe Berge hat best Gebäude Amara und Amikwa beim Side. And between 2 such high hills, mountains, the Baal Shem built himself a cave, sort of a cave, and a mikveh next to the cave. Der Best fleckt sich alle Tag früher Torwell sein. The Best would every day
immerse himself.
Immerse himself, thank you. Immerse himself in the mikveh, noch dem, and after that sitzen in der Mara und lernen, and after that in the cave and study. Carry on?
Yes, please. Another one, yeah.
Später, als der Best hat gewollt nicht Galle werden, later when the Best wanted to reveal himself, could they to Madrich sein Eden in order to lead Jews when they führen bedarchei Hachasidus and lead them in religious ways, hat he did, noch sitzendig in der Mara, still sitting in the cave, ungeheben Weisen läuft him, he started to show signs or miracles. Und Massenmenschen pflegen dort zu ihm folgen, and hordes of people would come to him, would come to him, warten beim Tier, waiting at the door, von der Mara of the cave. When der Best fleckt rausgehen, and when the Best would come out, pflegen sie beten sein Broche. They would ask blessing.
Got it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Michael.
How do you translate Baal Shem Tov? I know what
Master of the good name.
Sorry, say it again.
Master of a good name. Baal is master. Shem is the name.
And Tov is good.
Good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so Susan, Rafael, and Bonnie in this order. Susan.
Susan, you need to unmute. I had to mute you.
I have a question. The gewollt niskalach werden. He said he wanted to reveal himself. Is that correct?
Yes.
How is that related to the word galach, meaning priest?
No. That's from Hebrew, nitgala, leitgalot, to reveal himself. That's from Hebrew. No galach.
Both of those, you mean the galach priest is not from Hebrew?
No. It's
No, not from this word.
Not from
this.
no.
It's Gimel, Aleph, Lamed, Aleph.
No, Gimel, Lamed, Chet. That's a galach.
No, it's from Hebrew too.
Yes, but something
Not
else.
the same.
It's not the same. It's not the same root.
It's not the same root. I'm just wondering what root it comes from.
Galech, okay. I will.
It's from Gimel Lamed Hey.
I will just say something.
Gimel Lamed Het.
Hey.
Not
no.
Galo.
No, Neely. This is something else. She's talking about a galech. And I'm going to say something. Neely, it's not the same. Nidgala, but Susan is asking about galech.
Galech is a minister.
No. Galech is a priest.
A priest, right.
Okay.
But it's not from here.
Be quiet just a moment. I try to say something. I don't know if I'm saying nonsense or not. I think it comes from Lidgaleach, to when you shave your head, because some of the priests, they had shaved heads, and I think that's how it comes from. I'm not sure.
Right.
Rafael or Luisa, tell me if I'm wrong.
I think you're right.
Rafael, please.
Okay, several things. Yes. Firstly, niskala, the word is to reveal. It's in the nifal form, but we have to be careful as we're reading Hebraic words in Yiddish to pronounce them in the Ashkenazic way. So it's not nitzgaleh, it's niskale. The accent moves, the suf is a suf and not a tough. Next thing is misboided, not mitboded, misboided sein, to be on his own, to be separated from people, and to misboidedness is or hisboidedness is being all on your own, usually out in nature. Kosev and Kiev, the two cities, Kosev and Kiev. There's actually a song from Kosev bis Kiev is a Veldele Faran, and we can sing that some other time. Anyway, this is about the Baal Shem Tov. A Baal Shem is a wonder worker. The Baal Shem Tov is a particular person. And he's referred to often as Besht, which is just an abbreviation of Baal Shem Tov. What else did I want to mention? Oh yeah, Hashem Yisborach, which you see at the fourth line near the beginning.
That's my question.
And in Hebrew, well, in Yiddish, you don't refer to God as Hashem. It's always Hashem Yisborach. Sometimes in English, you'll hear people, especially frum people, referring to Hashem, but that's not Yiddish. In Yiddish, it's always Hashem Yisborach.
It's
The one who
Baruch
has
Hashem. Excuse
no,
me,
Baruch
Raphael.
Hashem is different.
Is different.
Baruch
Oh,
Hashem means
okay.
thank God. Hashem Yisborach means God who is to be praised.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
And
So Baruch
Rafael,
Hashem is an
my,
expression. Hashem Yisborach is a name.
Don't we
Rafael,
refer
my
to God?
interpretation of Galech is correct?
Yes, it comes from shaving.
I'm shaving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see that
Okay.
in the Joseph story as he's brought before
Oh,
Pharaoh, they
in
shave him.
Yiddish, don't you refer to God as Gott?
Of course, there are many different terms. Der
Yeah.
Rebishter, Gott,
Maybe you're right. Oh, Gott, yeah.
the
Hashem, I
Rabbeinu
never heard.
Shalom. So it's not
Yeah.
surprising
Right.
that
All
Yiddish
those
that
I
have
heard,
5
but I
different
never
ways of
heard
saying
Hashem.
God.
I never heard Hashem in the house.
Now,
Unless
Hashem Yisborach is kind of a frum way of referring to
only
God.
Baruch Hashem, but never Hashem alone.
No. Hashem alone, not in Yiddish. And
No.
Baruch Hashem is an expression, thank
Yes.
God. It's not
Yes.
the name of God. Hashem Yisborach is God himself.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Bonnie? Bonnie? You're muted. We don't.
Okay, so I always learned, learn to write, you put G-D, and I've always said Hashem rather than the G.D word. Is there some halacha, Rafael, maybe you would know?
I think that's fine if you say Hashem instead of God. Say that.
No, but I mean the reason that I learned that it's too holy a name to say, or we don't write it.
Yeah, there's a long-standing tradition, Jewish tradition, not to mention the actual 4-letter tetragrammaton. Only the Kohen Gadol was allowed to recite that, and only on Yom Kippur. So from that comes a reluctance to use God's name even in other languages, and even to spell it out in other languages. So among the ultra frum, you will see God always spelled G-D, so as not to actually spell out even in English. And when you say Hashem Yisborach, that's another way of avoiding naming God in a way that might accidentally profane a holy word.
So I guess I'm a little bit from.
Okay, Louisa?
Can I just make a request? Because I struggle reading the Yiddish and understanding it as it's being translated. I'm wondering so I didn't get the whole essence of this. Rafael, would you just be able to translate it just like all in full? So I don't know if anyone else would appreciate it, but I would.
Sure. I would too.
I thought Moshe did a brilliant job,
Yeah,
but okay.
yeah, Michael did a wonderful job. Okay, you probably just
Great
didn't
job.
follow. You
He
didn't
did.
follow him, maybe.
It's
Maybe
hard.
Michael. Maybe just do it as
Slower.
slower.
Yeah, slower would be so helpful.
Okay, from the vision.
Where is this?
And nobody interrupt so that we can hear what he's saying. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. No one talks while he's reading.
Yeah.
So, Michael, please just do it a little bit slower. Just, okay?
Okay, sure. Der Heiliger Best, der Baal Shem, wie der Baal Shem Tov heilt Kranke, how the Baal Shem heals the sick. Der Heiliger Best, die Holy Baal Shem, eider is nicht Gale geworden, before he was revealed, fleckt sich aufhalten, he would sustain himself, wie wir haben erzählt, as we have already told, in Wälder und in Meeres, in forests and in caves, wo fleckt sich mit Bodheid sein in Dinnen Hashem Yitbarach, where he used to separate and devote himself in serving God. Und kein Mensch hat ihm nicht gestört, and no single person disturbed him there. Zwischen die Städte Kasub und Kutub, between the two towns, Kasub and Kutub, befinden sich große Berg, large mountains are found. Und zwischen zwei solche hohe Berg, and between two such high mountains, hat best gebaut Amara, the best built himself a cave, or I assume a hole, und a mikveh beim Seit, and a mikveh next to it. Der best fleckt sich alle Tag früher Teufel sein. The best would always, every day, first immerse himself in der mikveh, in the mikveh, und nachdem sitzen in der Mara und lernen. And after that, he would sit in his cave and study. Später, later, as der Berst hat gewollt Niskale werden. Oh, sorry, I'm not sure about the accent there. Hat gewollt Niskale werden. After that, when the Berst wanted to reveal himself, Kedei zu Madrich sein in order to lead the Jews, when they führen Bedarche HaChasidus, and lead them in the ways of righteousness, what he had, noch sitzendig in der Mara, still sitting in the cave, ungeheuben Weisen läuft him. He started showing signs, miracles, when Massenmenschen pflegen dort zu ihm folgen, and crowds of people used to go to him, come to him, warten beim Tier, waiting at his door, von der Mara of the cave, and when der Best fleckt herausgehen, and when the Best would come out, pflegen sie beten sein Broche. They would ask him for his blessing.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Clearer than this cannot be. So I hope you all pay attention, because thank you, Michael. That was really good, really clear. Luisa, yes.
Yes, I have a question or a comment about the verb nitgale, because if it were present in the first person, it would be mitgale, that he would have wanted to reveal himself. It would have been mitgale, or in the past hitgale, but the form nitgale would be an impersonal, that anachnu nitgale, meaning in the future, that we would have sort of discovered him, or he would have revealed himself to us, I think.
No, you can say unidgala. It's nifal. It's the Paul. It's nifal. No, you can say unidgala.
The nifal. Okay, I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, it's nifal.
Okay, thank you.
Nidgala. You can say it. That's not a problem.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, okay. So Susan, in der Stadt.
In der Stadt Hellich ist bei a größen Gewirr krank geworden sein Bas Yechida. In the town of Hellich, a very important rich man's daughter, his only daughter, became ill. Sie ist geworden mishuga, she went crazy. Man hat gerufen die größte Professoren. They called in the biggest doctors, the biggest professors. Aber keiner hat nicht gekannt geben kein Eize, but nobody could give the right advice. Der Gewirr ist rumgegangen in groß Tsar. The wealthy man went around very sad, very depressed. Well, no, very sad. Haben ihm viel Menschen geraten, als soll fahren zum Best. And a lot of people advised him to go to the Best, to the Baal Shem Tov, und ihm beten, soll helfen sein Tochter, and to beg him that he will help the man's daughter. Der Gewirr ist gekommen zum Best und gewahrt beim Tachir.
But it's dear. It's dear. It's
What is that? How do you pronounce it?
Here, the
by
door,
here.
Here. And what does it mean? The opening?
The
the
opening the
door.
door.
The
What?
door.
The door. Okay.
It's here. Right, but why do they have an H?
Oh, it's tier. Oh, so
Yeah,
Why do they have a hey?
It's
Oh,
the
by
old
here.
fashioned
Okay.
way of writing.
you wouldn't nowadays have put the hay in there. Okay.
Exactly. Exactly.
A rich man came to the Best and he waited by the door from the Mara, from the cave. And how do you pronounce that word for cave?
Ada.
Mara, is it right? Okay.
I think it's Meora. Meora.
Meora?
In Yiddish, yeah, Meora.
According to Naborsky, it's Mara.
Danach der Best gehat arois.
Gate. There is a
Gate.
problem with A's. There is a problem with A's here.
That's
So-
gate arois.
And finally, at nighttime, the Baal Shem Tov came out of the cave, ungetun in naye bagodim, dressed in new clothing, with a pekel in hand, carrying a bag, great zum Weg, ready to go on his way. As der Best hat der Sein dem Gewirr, so when the Best
Saw the rich
caught
man.
sight of the rich man, hat gesucht, he said, das Wort ich doch auf euch, kommt, lomer foreign in Hellich. I'm just waiting for you. Come on, let's go to Hellich together. Der Best hat sich gesetzt beim Gewirr auf den Wagen. So the Best got in and sat next to the rich man in the wagon. Und sie seien weggefahren, and they went on their way.
So Susan, before you continue, yes, Bonnie. It was clear. It was slow.
You're muted, Bonnie. You're muted.
You're muted. We don't hear you.
Sorry,
Yeah.
there's a word that I didn't understand, but now I'm going back. I can't read. I don't know. I'll just pass on it because I can't find it again. It's okay.
Okay. Susan, go. Okay, before. Rochelle, yes.
The word geraten, that is advised.
Advised.
No.
Okay, now,
No.
mir geraten,
No.
like if you're baking something or making something, says mir geraten, is that the same word or a different word?
Yes.
It's not the same.
Geraten.
Not the same. Rotten is the verb. Rotten. The other word is gerotten, and it can mean it came out successful or something like that.
Yeah.
A
So
different word.
Geraten.
And they have gerotten is the past participle of rotten.
rotten.
And it
Okay.
means
So geraten and geraten, are they spelled the same way or are they spelled differently?
yes, they're spelled the same way, and it means advised.
Okay, all right.
The word geraten, I say, be geraten in mama? This geraten
Yes.
in mama?
Yes, that's
Yes,
the
yes.
question.
So
Okay.
how does it mean that, what does it mean in English in that manner? Geraten in the mama.
Took after.
Takes
Just
after.
like
Takes
his
after.
mother.
After she looks like her or she is like
Yeah,
her.
inherited or
Right,
took after.
right.
Inherited, yeah,
Right, right.
Okay.
Okay, Rafael, yes.
I thought it meant resembles.
No.
It doesn't matter. Every sentence, But the same word can be used in different sentences and it means something else.
Okay, Rafael?
Yeah, there are actually several verbs that are easy to confuse here because they end up sounding or looking just the same. There is gerot as a verb, past tense gerotten, and it means to succeed, and it can also mean to resemble. Then there's raten, which is to advise, and it has the same participle, gerotten, advised. And so that's what it is here. And there's also a more seldom verb, rot, which means to eradicate. And so you have Ausrottung, eradication. That's not what's happening here, of course, at all. So languages are complicated. Sometimes unrelated words end up sounding the same.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so Susan, where were we? Oifenweg, another paragraph, please.
Okay. Auf dem Weg haben sie sich aufgestellt in der Stadt Pisten nächtigen. On their way, they stopped in the town of Piston to spend the night. Erst vayihi bechetzes halayla, and then in the middle of the night, and that's a quote from Hebrew. In Mitternacht, and then they translate it in the middle of the night, is es geworden a groß Gewalt in Stutt. In the middle of the night, there was a terrible Gewalt, a terrible thing happened in this town. Eden seinen gegangen und geweckt, eine die andere. Jews got up and woke up one another. As men soll gehen, gier in shul, that they, in shulerein, so that they should hurry and go into shul. Zogen Tehillim, to say psalms, mispalel sein, and to pray. Beten rachomim, by God, ask God for mercy. Soll sich der Barmen mevatel sein von sei, die bittere Gzeira, that God should
give up.
Barmen, how would you translate that?
Oh, my mother used that expression all the time. Kinder, der barren sich.
Take pity on.
Take pity on, yeah.
To take pity on, okay.
It was during, maybe when we were fighting or something like that. The barren sich, Kinder.
Okay, Karen found it. She said that it's to take pity, to have pity.
Okay. Mevatil sein von sei, and to get rid of them, the bitter, to get rid of for them, the bitter decree.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Is it clear until now, Rafael?
Yeah, I just wanted to point out that I've been looking at a map in the Jewish genealogy. So Kosiv and Kiev are pretty close to each other in South Ukraine, to the south of Lviv. And Halich is about 100 or 150 miles to the north, and Piston is on the way. So this all makes sense.
Okay, so yeah.
What was the bitter decree? I missed that.
Their
bitter
fate. The fate, whatever's happening to them, this big thing that's happened comes in the
Okay.
middle of the night.
Oh, I see. Okay, so they got scared.
And we will see it in the next chapter. We will see it. Bob?
Der Best ist euch aufgestanden und gefragt die Menschen, was ist das, die Gesar? Is that correct? Gesar? Is that?
Zeire.
Geze. Hat man ihm der Zelt,
Can you translate the first sentence?
Oh yeah, sure. The Besh also stood up and asked the people, what's the verdict? What's the sentence?
It's not Gzeira is not verdict.
A decree.
The decree.
Yeah, what is this decree?
The decree. Hat men ihm der Zelt
Erzählt.
der zählt, der zählt die Menschen.
Die Meise, die Meise.
Die Meise. Es ist eine schlechte Gesare auf der Stadt. There's they told him the story. Is there's a bad sentence for the city, for the town.
Decree. Yeah. Decree.
Yeah, the dictionary says sentence.
Okay. That's
Beim Sam Higher, by the Prince Higher, is
no. Sarah here is like the mayor.
Sar is not Prince.
Sar is
by the
minister.
mayor.
The minister of the town.
The mayor of the town. Is gefährlich krank geworden sein Tochter. That the town's mayor has is a sick daughter, and his daughter is very sick. Und kein Doktor can ihm nicht helfen, and no doctor seems to be able to help her. Forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. Haben die Gelachim gegeben dem Sahara on Etza. So the ministers gave the
Gelochim is the priest.
The priest gave the mayor some advice. Yes. Soll befehlen alle Jiden, sie sollen mispolel sein vor Hashem Yisborach. That the advice was that he should order all the Jews to pray to their God. Und ob sie wollen nicht poilen by Gott, and if they don't succeed with their God, und die Tochter wird sterben, and the daughter dies, soll wissen, then he'll know, as Hashem gesollen hat find the Yidden, that God despises the Jews. Und der Zahelen soll sie schlagen und austreiben von sein Stadt. And the mayor should beat them and expel them from town. Der Rebbe, moreover, haben sie der Zelt das dem Recht. Further, moreover, the best they told the best steht es auf ganz Stadt. State as it is it is written or announced all over town. Zogen Tehila far dem Sar Ayers talk to say the Psalms prayers for the mayor's daughter. But the best.
Can I ask a question? I had my hand up.
Let him finish. I saw you, Elaine, but let him finish. If you stop him, it's difficult.
Go ahead. Okay.
Hat der Besh gesagt zu die Menschen, and the Besh said to the people, geht zum Sar und sagt ihm, go to the mayor and tell him, as es gekommen in Stadt a größer Chachem, That's a great wise person is coming to the coming to town, a Yid, a Jew no less. Was was
Nehmt sich.
oh was nimmt sich unter Hela's sein Tochter, who'll take responsibility for healing your daughter. Das haben ihm die Jiden von Stadt gebrecht Mishnah. They brought brought him to the town Kadei to bringen for ihr Yeshua, and they brought him to town in order to bring I have the word I get here is salvation for her.
Salvation. Thank you. Okay, yes, Elaine.
What is the meaning of gefährlich? I've heard that all my life. What is
Horrible.
horrible?
Horrible.
Yeah, the dictionary says
Terrible, awful.
Terrible, awful. Okay, that's what I
Good.
sort of thought, but I didn't. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Louisa.
What's umishne?
I didn't pay attention. Umishne. Yeah, I don't know.
On purpose.
On purpose?
Or deliberate or intentional.
Deliberate. Okay, thank you.
What did she say?
On purpose, deliberate.
Thank you.
Yes, I
Well,
also
thank you,
found
Karen.
that meaning deliberately.
What was the word? What was the Yiddish word?
Umishne.
Yeah.
And I found another spelling for it, umnisten.
Umishna.
Umnisten with a samach.
Oh, it's
Okay.
a Umishna.
And what was the
Okay.
translation again?
Intentional.
On purpose.
On
What
purpose.
is it?
Deliberately, same translation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. David Katz, welcome back. So, can you read?
Der Sar Hayir had gleich geschickt rufen dem Best. I guess the mayor straight away sent the call for the Best. Al Shem Tov. Der Best is gekommen in Sars Palaz ungeheißen und soll frie Reusnehmen alle umreine Sachen von Heus. The Best came to the mayor's palace and ordered that everyone should first, I guess, take out all the unclean things from the house. Derno soll man überlegen der Kranker auf dem linken Seite. And after that, you should, I guess, lay the sick person on her left side. Und Dummelt sollen alle rausgehen von dem Peter, and everyone should go out of then everyone should leave the room. Avu sie liegt, dem Peter avu sie liegt, or the room where she's lying down. Ein Galek, Zeyendik, Neigerig zu wissen. Zeyendik Neigerig zu wissen. One priest was curious to know, wie wird es der Best ihr ausheilen? She's curious to know how the Best is going to heal her. Hat sich behalten in Zimmer unter a bed. So he hid himself under the bed. Over wie der Best hat noch übergetrotten dem Schwell von Heus, sagt er. But as the Best had stepped around the Schwell,
Threshold.
the threshold of the house. I guess it was
Stepped over the threshold.
Of the house. Du liegt noch einer verbehaltene treibt ihm Reus, weil ich kann nur nicht tun. Here is lies so one hidden person, throw him out because I cannot do it.
I cannot do anything.
Ja, gar nicht tun. I can't do anything. Danke. Hat man gut gesucht und gefunden dem Garlic unter dem Bett. So when searched thoroughly, and they found the priest under the bed. Men hat ihm mit Groß Harpe rausgetrieben von Peter. They threw him with they threw him out with grace.
Shame.
Shame. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, shame. Shunda. Harpa. Yeah, from the room. Dank.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Luisa, can you read the next paragraph?
Thank you. Hat der Besch genommen a Pochelke.
Pachalke.
A Pochalke. So what is a Pochalke? So the best took a
something that you put over
Chila.
something that you put over your head.
A kerchief. Kerchief.
One at a
It's a
time.
not a
Only
puff.
Susan. Only Susan.
A kerchief.
What's a
Susan? What is
Kerchief.
it?
A small kerchief.
And where is it?
A
Chila.
Pachalke. A small kerchief on the head. Okay?
Arum gebunden die Bord und Peot.
Payes.
Oh, so, yeah, okay, Payes. So he would it be he moved the beard and the Payes?
No, he tied the kerchief on his bird and his pious.
Und kein einzige Haar hat sich nicht herausgesehen, and not one hair could be seen coming out. Sich übergebeugen über der kranker Tochter, so he, I guess, leaned over the sick daughter und ihr etwas gesagt in Ohr and said something to her into her ear. Dennoch ist der Besch gleich weggefahren von Stadt. And then the Besch went directly out of the city. What would be, what is, is it the Rosh, no, what is it?
It's the mayor's daughter, the Tsar's daughter.
The Tsar's daughter is in Gichen, in Ganzen, ausgeheilt geworden. And she got completely healed.
And quickly. Okay, Louisa, thank you, because I sent the next paragraph I sent to Elaine. So,
okay.
So thank you, Elaine.
Okay. Durch dem Mofis ist schon euch dem Best Nomen Meforsum geworden. And during the miracle, or I guess in the time of the miracle, the Baal Shem Tov was already had become famous, had a famous reputation.
Yeah, but durch dem Mofet is here because of it. Because
of it. Okay. Because of it, he got a famous reputation. Und alle haben ihm gehalten für an Ish Kodesh v'Neura. And everybody took him for, or considered him a holy, and the only word I could find, a no for Nora, is awe and awesome. A holy, awesome man.
And
okay.
In
awe, yeah, okay. In der Free, in der Free is der Best weiter gefahren mitten Gewirr kein Hellich. In the morning, the Best continued traveling with the rich man to Hellish. Hat über gesagt dem Gebir, so he said to the rich man, as darf nicht warten. He didn't have to wait for him. As sein Tochter soll euch werden gleich gesund. Because his daughter would soon.
No. Darf nicht erwarten. He shouldn't expect.
Oh, he shouldn't expect
that
his
sein Tochter, the daughter,
that his daughter would be
immediately
gesund, immediately, yeah. Beim Sar is gewesen anders. So next to the mayor, there was somebody else?
No, beim Sar, at the mayor or the minister, it was different. It's gewesen anders.
Oh, for him, it was different. For him,
it was different there.
Different.
It was different.
Ja, das ist gewesen an Eis Zora for alle Yidden. This was an emergency, a problem, a trouble for all the Jews. Hat man gemusst gleich öfton. And it was necessary to do it, to get it done. I'm not sure.
To do it immediately.
Oh, immediately.
Or
Okay.
to resolve it, or to resolve it immediately.
Immediately.
Okay, so the gleich is immediately.
Is immediately, quickly.
Okay. Doch hat ihm zugesagt. That's what he said to him.
But no, doch. However, or
however, he said
him.
He said to him.
No, zugesagt is to promise.
Promised him, as is etliche Woche vet ihr euch heilen, that it would take a week.
In
A few weeks for him to heal her.
Yes. Thank you. So, Golda, let's finish it, okay?
Okay,
finish it?
Sure. Als ist gekommen in Hellish, hat man ihn Leut sein bekosche. When they arrived in Hellish, hat man ihn, so they told him, according to his question.
No. You have to read everything because
Okay. Als gekommen in Hellish, hat man ihm Leut sein bekosche, ausgesamt an Ort in Beis HaMedrash, und hat versorgt euch bringen alle Tag die Meshugana auf jenem Zeit sein in Beis HaMedrash. Sie soll dort sein a ganze Tag, gedei sie soll haben die Tifre, Kedusha von sein Meul und die Mishigas seit bisslich weiß abtreten. So when they arrived in Hellish, they told him, according to his question, they selected a place in the synagogue that and they told him that he should bring.
No one told him. He brought. He brought. No one told him.
No one told him. That he has to bring every day his crazy, the Meshugana, on the other side of the Beis HaMedrash. She should stay there an entire day in order for her to hear the words, Kedusha, the prayers from his mouth. And the insanity, the mishigas will slowly leave her. Azoi hat gedauert be'erach 4 Wochen. And this took 4 weeks. Und dem Gewirtstochter ist in ganzen ausgeheilt geworden. And the rich man's daughter was completely healed. Und ist geworden gesund und klar wie jeder Mensch. And she became healthy, and the mishigas left her. She was clear, just like every person. Dat Dorach is der Namen von Best noch mehr Niskoller geworden. Und die Welt hat sich angehalten zu ihm ziehen. And after that, the name of the Baal Shem Tov became even more respected and revered, and the world started looking and listening to him.
Thank you. But the Dorech is through this, not after this. Through that.
Okay, let me just write that down. So I'll have that.
Can you just repeat what you just said, Mina?
That the word, the door, this one, is through this. Through through the act that he did. It's not after that, it's through that.
But door, Bonnie, it means through this.
Through this.
But
Means
door.
what? I'm sorry, what was the word? Means
It
what?
means through this.
Solid.
I'm still not understanding.
Okay,
It's a Lashon Kodesh word.
it's in blue. Look, it's in blue.
Yeah, but I don't still not
means
understand.
Through.
Through.
T-A-R-O-U.
Like
Nina, this was a very interesting story.
Thank you. We have another story that we will read next week. Next week is not Hanukkah yet. No?
No. So going back a little, they were blaming the Jews for the sicknesses. Is that correct? Did I hear that?
They said they wanted to ask the Jews to pray for the daughter of the
But they didn't blame
the mayor.
They didn't blame the people in the town.
No, they just said if you can't cure it, then we think you're worthless.
Next week, next week is the 24th of December.
Okay, and the 24th of December. So what?
Yes.
That's okay.
Today is the 17th, and next week will be the 24th.
Okay, so that's okay. So that's
the day before Hanukkah. The day
before Hanukkah. So I have also a story for Hanukkah for you. So maybe we will finish. The next story is a small one.
After Hanukkah.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Perfect.
What a good idea.
Gut gesucht.
What a good idea.
The Baal Shem Tov, we will proceed after Hanukkah.
After Hanukkah. Okay, no problem. So next week we will start a story for Hanukkah, and then we will go back to the Baal Shem Tov. Okay?
Good.
Done? Good. Okay, now Louisa and then Bob.
Thank you. I have a question. Where did the concept that the daughter was the Meshugene appear? Is it because I don't recall reading earlier that she was the Meshugene?
No, the
Mishigas, yes.
The daughter of the Gvir was they say that she's a Meshugene.
Okay.
Yeah, when they said she was sick. After reading about the Baal Shem Tov, you can become a Meshuggah.
No,
By the way, everyone had to pray for her health, But if they failed, if they weren't successful,
Right.
the suggestion was they be expelled or beaten.
Yes.
Yes.
So, it
Yes.
wasn't, it was a pretty tough
Right.
edict.
So how, yes, that would be
The
How
other
would-
thing, it
would they
seems
all-
as though,
Just a moment. Let Bob finish. One at a time. One at a time.
it seems that the Baal Shem Tov had levels of ability where he could like raise his capability to solve this problem instantly, but the others may take. I wonder what the quid pro quo was for him to, kind of make those arbitrary decisions about who gets the instant repair and healing and who.
I think it depends on your belief.
Well, he whispered something in her ear.
Yeah.
So we don't know what he said.
Yeah, and she was instantly saved.
Yeah. You will better get better now, or else I will. Yeah.
I'll give you a patching tuchus. Yeah.
We don't know. It's a story. It's a legend. We don't know. We can speculate until I don't know what. Yeah.
Geschäft. Das ist ein
Luisa.
Geschäft.
Anyway, Minnie, you pick such nice stories. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. Louisa
And
and
all different kinds, all different kinds.
Yes.
So,
well, that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, of course. Also for me. I said Louisa and then Bonnie. So Louisa, where are you?
Thank you. I wanted to comment on that, the concept of the Gzeire, because historically, those things probably happened pretty often, that these were edicts that were placed on the Jews. And historically, there were very well-known situations where Jews under edicts were supposed to do this or that, or they kicked them out and so forth. So it's a big word in terms of Jewish history.
Okay, thank you. Bonnie?
So following up on that, and Louisa, maybe you can answer this. I wasn't sure if he said, unless you prayed, you'd be expelled. Was he going to expel the entire community? Because he wouldn't know who prayed and who didn't.
No,
Yeah.
it expelled the entire community. Yeah.
It happened often. Good excuse.
Oh, the Jews would have been expelled.
Yeah. So
it happened about every 50 years in a lot of cities.
Pretty serious.
Where women were the
You
ones
will
that
see
saved.
in the next story of Hanukkah, which happens at I would say 1930, 1940, you have the same theme. It's very interesting, and it happens in the United States. So it's very interesting that those themes are just, repeating themselves. Yeah. Louisa?
Yeah, if I may add to that, because I remember studying about Gzeirot from the Middle Ages, and they in at least in my school, when I used to study about that, they would go by year. So there were some terrible years in which there were terrible Gzeirot, meaning terrible edicts like that. And for example, all the expulsions that the Jews were being subject to, which were Inquisition type like expulsions or massacres, they were all under the name of Gzeirot. So that's the reason I brought that up. Meaning
they were all under the name of the what?
Of that particular word of edicts. Some leader, say the count of a certain city or a certain city state would, out of the blue, decide that completely arbitrarily that the Jews would have to do this or that or the other, or else they would be whatever.
Yeah. But wasn't this the Baal Shem Tov was going to expel them?
In this case.
I mean, which is different than the Spanish or the Portuguese.
No, yes, but what I'm saying is that, Jews were expelled from many places and many times expelled. So I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the Inquisition with capital I, because there were many expulsions. But the point is that when you're studying, at least, you know, the Hebrew concept of all these edicts, it's really a synonym for, say, persecutions against Jews here, persecutions against Jews there, and they are. There are lots of books and documents, and you know, when you study Jewish history, particularly in Middle Ages Europe and beyond, it's a lot of these edicts of the.
Yeah, but we're not talking about the same kind of edict.
No,
It's by the Baal Shem Tov.
I'm just
I
using it as
don't
an
know the Baal
example.
Shem Tov is there when the edict is before the Baal Shem Tov got there.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's true.
And resign and do.
So he'd say,
before we continue, I just want to welcome someone new, Chaim. I don't see you, but welcome to our group, and I hope that you will continue to attend our. Oh, now I see you. I hope that you will continue. Where are you? At what place are you?
Ik ben in Moskou.
Ah, this in Moscow. Okay. Sehr schön.
Ein bisschen spät da.
Ja, es ist ein bisschen spät bei dir.
Ich kann nicht zusagen, ich will bleiben die ganze Zeit, aber ja, es ist sehr interessant. Ich habe gehört die Meise, aber während der Baal Shem Tov ist es gewesen sehr interessant zu hören.
Okay. Wie hast du uns gefunden? Wie hast du uns gefunden? And what's your email? What's your email?
Ich habe bekommen link verbunden ist von einer Havarte, was ist Mitglied.
From probably Marsha, because she's doing good.
And what is
Marsha?
You got us getroffen, ja.
What is thine email? What's thine email? Oh, we have it? Would we have it?
I don't have his email, no.
Ich will es geben,
Gave Marsha dein email.
Or in the chat.
Sie hat es.
Ja, also ja, ich kann dir schicken die Meise. Also ich habe dein E-Mail, ich kann dir schicken die Meise noch the Lied. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Ja, ich hab gesehen beide, die Meise und das Lied.
Okay, so I hope you will continue and join us. Als die kennst, ja, als die kennst.
Wir sind über die ganze Welt.
Ja.
Ja, aber Jiden und Jiddisch sein.
Ja. Ja.
Und das ist bei uns geworden eine internationale Sprache.
Ja.
Man trifft Menschen von Amerika, von Russland, von Australien, von, ich weiß nicht, von.
Wie mir geht, kann man gefunden, Emetze, was redt Jiddisch.
Starke Emes.
Even in Houston, Texas.
In the middle of LaGuardia, someone started talking Yiddish to me. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, alles sei gesenkt.
Ja.
Next week. Bonnie, yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Louisa, I misinterpreted the whole thing. It wasn't the Baal Shem Tov that was going to issue the edict. He's going to say something terrible is going to happen, and the Jews are going to be expelled from wherever country they were. They're going to be expelled.
Sounds typical.
Yeah, it took a little bit for me to realize what it was. Dunk.
So when I wound up doing my genealogy, I discovered in Western Germany, Hesse area, and that whole area, that typically it was about every 50 years, the Jews in a certain town would get kicked out. They would go live in some royal, noble person would let them stay on their estate out on the outskirts of town, the rural area, or they would go in some little teeny hovel town, and then slowly the town would let them back in until they were all back in, and then by the time everybody'd forgotten, they would kick them out again. It happened over and over.
They were
I don't
It
know why people in Germany were so surprised when there was
Yes.
anti-Semitism, because it was going on for hundreds of years like that.
Absolutely.
Well, they were probably too prosperous, accused of taking jobs away from
I'm
other
sure it was a
people.
different excuse every time, you know.
They're basically property, so really.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was very common for that, for them to, this one was an edict, but you know, somebody in high up would decide we need them out of here, and you know,
Yes.
it's really typical.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
So
yeah,
prayer
Golda?
is not always the answer, was the what happened.
No, it worked. He healed the daughter, but it took a little time. And the Jews had to keep chewing on their fingernails and wondering if they're going to kick us out. And we hope she'll get better, so they'll let us stay, you know.
Well, I said isn't always the answer.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Wonderful story, Minna. Different every time. We get a good
Different every
surprise
time.
every time.
So next time we are doing Hanukkah. There is a story for Hanukkah.
Terrific.
It's not a literary gem, no, but it's getting more and more difficult to get stories for Hanukkah that are not Sholem Aleichem, and I don't want to bring only Sholem Aleichem, and we did it, we already did the Hanukkah Geld. So it's not a literary gem, but it tells us something about life of Jews in the United States this time, so.
It's okay because
forgive
you've
the
spoiled
guy.
us.
What?
You've spoiled us.
Yeah.
We
So
have to
just-
lower our expectations. It's okay. It's okay.
So forgive the guy for his literary talent, but you know, he wrote for newspapers, so that's okay. But it's a story for Hanukkah, and I think it's worth reading it. So, and we will get back to the bash, like Neely said, after that. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, have
You.
a nice week, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Minna.
Bye. Bye all.